Welcome to Business Matters. Today, we'd like to share with you a few tips to help you while you are in the examinations. We have found that many of the guidance and instructions are given to treat with preparation for the examination. And indeed, we too believe that when you are prepared properly, then there is a greater probability for excellent performance. Nevertheless, we'd like to share with you 5 things never to do in the exam, because when you go into the exam, it is about executing and executing well. Let's get on with it. So number 1, never rush over the instruction for the question. Never rush over the instruction for the question. It is important that you take the time to read the instruction or question carefully before attempting to answer. Sometimes students make the mistake, of ignoring important information while they're doing the exam paper. And I want to say, sometimes we find that they forget to observe the words as they are stated in the statements. For example, the word not. Many times they overlook the word not, and of course give incorrect answers or responses to the question. For example, which of the following is not an asset in the list? Or which of the following is not an odd number? What are they asking you to do? To identify the item that is not a part of the group or does not fit well in the group, and therefore attention must be paid to that. Also, we find that students tend to ignore the word except. They have not paid much attention to the word except. For example, which of the following is true except? So that is very important that you pay attention to keywords in the question before giving an answer. Number 2, never start the exam paper doing the most difficult question. Oh yes, never start doing the exam by doing the most difficult question. Why is that so? Because, listen, when you try to start with the most difficult question, it will cause you to lose motivation, and it can allow you to become flustered. And of course, you may lose the amount of momentum in your performance. So never start the exam paper doing the most difficult question. Rather, we suggest that you identify the easiest question to start. And why is that? When you do that, you are going to be able to give yourself a sense of motivation as you go through the paper. When you attack the easiest question first, it will allow you to feel better about yourself and that you're accomplishing something. Not only is that important, yes, but you are also going to be allowing yourself to pick up necessary composure to release the tension and stress surrounding the exam. And when as soon and as fast as you can release the stress and the tension that involves in the examination and come down to a normal state, then your performance, yes, will be much better. So never start the exam paper doing the most difficult question, but we suggest you start the easiest one. You should you believe that you have to start. Some students believe that they have to start doing the first question on the paper. Sometimes the first question on the paper, it is not the easiest, or you might not remember the facts and content about the first question. So we're saying, instead of allowing yourself to become flustered, frustrated, and to increase the uncertainty and tension of the exam, start with the question that is easiest. Doesn't matter where on the paper the question is that is easiest. Start with the easiest question and you'll find that you'll complete it, and it's like a motivation boost to help you as you go to the exam. Number 3, never lose hope while writing the exam. Sometimes the exam paper, when you're reading it, becomes frustrating and it seems as if the information that is written on the paper, you have no knowledge about it. And so you may feel it is like giving up. But we say never give up. Never leave any question unanswered. Attempt all questions. Even if it is just a little information that you know, do it anyway. Everything, every mark, every task you accomplish, and every mark gain will count. Exams are made to try you, but be smart. Be smart, yes, and attempt as many questions as possible that time will allow. Number 4, never spend too much time on one question. I repeat, never spend too much time on one question. We have found over the years that although you may have excellent students, when they have gone into the examination, they have not managed their time well. They have not managed their time well and have used too much time on one question, rendering them incapable of completing the paper and to obtain maximum marks. So we're saying never spend too much time on one question. Remember, time management is critical in the examination room. Time that you have to do the exam is fixed. The length of time is fixed, and we are suggesting that you work out the length of time that you think one question will require, and use that time, yes, and use that time to complete the question. If the time you allocate to yourself has passed, move on to another question. Yes? If you have gotten 5 questions on the paper and you attempt all 5, there is greater chance that you will score more marks than if you just complete only 2 questions, and you will see that those marks will not amount to the same proportion. So we are suggesting that if the time you allocate to yourself is past, move on to another question. Number 5, never get distracted with things happening around you. Many students have fallen and have not performed well in their exam because they are paying attention to everything that is happening around them, and thus the distractions may allow them not to concentrate and to focus as they should to give up their best in the exam. So never get distracted with things happening around you. Be ridiculously steadfast and focused. As soon as you receive your paper, shut out everyone and concentrate. It is with intensive focus and concentration that your brain elicits the most high level of thinking and information from your memory. So when you are extremely focused, your brain will elicit the most high level thinking and information from your memory. And you'll find that what you look at cursorily at the start as difficult, you will find that you have the answer for the questions. So we're saying never get distracted with things around you. Don't pay attention to your fellow examinee. Do not pay much attention to the sounds around you, the talking or the movements that is taking place. Once you receive your paper, and this works, students, this works like magic. When you receive your paper, lock out everything else and give complete focus to the paper. And what you'll find, because you have done that, you are able to work faster, accomplish much more, and by the time the exam should be finished, you would have accomplished much in the examination. So we're saying, never get distracted with the things that are happening around you. If you pay attention to these 5 very important things, you will be guaranteed, yes, to perform at your best in the examination. In recap, we say, yes, never rush over the instructions for the question. Never start the exam paper doing the most difficult question. Never spend too much time on one question. Never get distracted with the things around you. Don't let your friends distract you. Don't let the muttering distract you. Don't let the sounds distract you. Give focus and allow yourself full chance to obtain maximum marks on the exam. If you have left any question, then put a mark on that question and then return to see how much you can accomplish with that question before the exam is complete. Thank you very much for sharing with me, and I hope that these information will help you to manage the circumstances in the exam. Examinations are meant for you to be successful. It is not meant for you to be distraught at the end of the exam. If you like this video, please like and share this video. Click the subscribe button if you think the content is good. Thank you very much, and I wish you all the best. Enjoy the process of education and get that A for your exam.